What should I say? I'm in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Is that too fast?
Oh,
Hello? Hey.
Yeah, I'm parked in the handicap place.
Okay,
Right in front of the door.
okay, I'm in the bathroom. I'm going pee real quick.
Okay. You know what? If you tell me that you're 18, then we can play.
Okay, I'm 18.
Okay. But do not mention your real age.
Okay. Okay, sounds
And I have some weed.
nice. Okay, well, I'm going pee. I'll see you in a second.
Okay.
Are you coming in?
No, I'm staying in my car.
Well, you would just come on in. That way we can get this stuff and go.
Well, okay. Okay, then I'll just walk into the door.
Yeah, I'll be out of the bathroom in just a second. I just gotta pee real quick.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
that's freaking perfect. That's fine. You're live.
Where's he going? Okay, guys, so we didn't do our preview video. Here, put the phone on me. All right, guys, so Jer just showed up to meet a 5-year-old boy here at Tom's in Interlaken. And as you can see right over here, here's Mr. Jer walking around with the cane. So, yeah, he's also brought some weed to smoke, is what he said on the phone. So, pretty excited to see this guy right here. He looks like he might be going back to his car, so I'm going to hop out right now and go talk to him. Oh, no, he's heading in. He's heading in. He's heading in to meet 50-year-old. He's heading in to meet 50 right now. So go ahead and bring that phone. Let's get up here and get him. Come on. Let's go. Mr. Jerk.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, sir? We got to have a little chat about talking to Jason. Now look, we can have a honest conversation, and this guy's going to be filming for my protection and your protection. Make sure I don't touch you, hand you. You haven't done anything yet, and I know that.
I'm not going to do anything.
Listen, if we have an honest conversation about the conversation that you guys had, I don't have to involve police or anything like that. But I do run a child protection group, and you were flagged. You were flagged earlier today, so you were flagged earlier today, and
I don't even like kids.
No, but you did talk to a 50-year-old person today, and it was flagged. And I don't know where he is at, if he's still in the store or what it is.
I don't know.
But if we just have an honest conversation about the conversation you guys had earlier, that's all we got to do. That's it. I'm not a police officer. I'm not involved with the police. I can involve the police. I do work side by side with them. A lot of cases I don't report it, but if I need to report it, I will. So that's I just given you the option to have a conversation with me. If we have the conversation, like I said, and you're honest about everything, I can go home and get home tonight for dinner. If you start lying to me or something like that.
Number one, I didn't do anything.
No, you
I didn't do anything. I told him I'm
here.
just
Let's
gonna
go over
come.
here. Let's go over here. I don't want
I told him that I'm going to come and visit him. I'm not going to have sex with him.
Okay, just come on over here. That's fine. No, what?
Because I told
Here,
him
come on over here.
He's illegal. It's all illegal.
Yes, right. But what happened was in here, we can go over let's go over the conversation. We'll just start this real early and get this out of the way, okay? Let's see. I was just sent all the messages just a minute ago. So I haven't had a chance to read through these myself yet. These wouldn't have been sent to me if something didn't happen today.
Who sends them?
The company I work for. So basically it says here I'm out to eat. Give me a sec. Were you calling him at this time?
No, he was calling me.
He was calling you earlier today?
Yep.
Okay, that's lie number one. We know that all the incoming calls were from you.
No. He was calling me.
So
I don't lie.
So on Grindr, you messaged his account today, and without
because
knowing his age,
Exactly.
okay,
I
wrote
to a lot of different because I like older guys.
That's fine. And without knowing his age, I can hop over to Grindr and show you that. Again, I do know this part of it at least. This is the one part I do know. Like I said, I haven't been able to read through everything yet. But if you go over to
Why is this against the law? I didn't do anything.
I'll explain it to you as we go. Okay.
So
here it says you are hot. Would like to meet you. He said
Yeah.
text me, and so he texted you.
Exactly.
And I'm tried calling you. Want to meet. Okay. So he never had your phone number at this time. You had his phone number. So the only way, yes, you did. It's right here. At 12:33, I tried calling you. Want to meet. So at this time you didn't know his age, and this is why don't lie to me about this right now because then I'm going to think you're lying. Okay. Listen, the phone call.
I did not know his age.
Exactly. At this point, you did not know his age. So there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing illegal here right now. Okay? That's why I'm just trying to find out the truth of the matter.
I didn't do anything with him, and I wouldn't do anything.
No, we know you didn't do anything with him.
And I wouldn't do anything. I
Okay.
like older guys, past 40. I don't even like younger guys.
Okay, so back to the beginning. He gave you his number on Grindr. You did not know his age at that time. Okay? We understand that. You tried calling him. He texted you back, "I'm out to eat. Give me a second." Correct?
I don't. Yeah, he said something.
Okay,
like
you said okay. I said
this was at noon.
Yes. He said, "I'm out to eat with my mom. I'll be back in a little bit." Okay, cool. My friend has a license and he is gay. Can drive me to Beulah if you want to do a threesome. He said that to you again before you knew age. You said, "I can't host because I have a daughter in a farm." Right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. How old are you? He asked you, "How old are you?" You said, "Yes, can you drive over?" And if you want me just to skip to the part where you guys talked about age, I can do that. But I'm just reading the.
Please, I
Okay.
told him. if you listen.
Okay, let's get to this. So here is so we can both agree on this, right? Look here.
He wrote to me.
I am,
Yeah.
but almost 16 in June. I am mature. I really want to try, so I hope this will be okay.
And I told him it's illegal in the state of Michigan. Anybody under 18.
You said, "I cannot come then. It is illegal to play with someone your age. You don't want to get in
Exactly.
trouble." He said, "I understand, but you cannot play if you're under 18. He says, "That sucks." You says, "I know." He says, "If you change your mind, I would love for you to come over." He said that to you. You said, I would like to, but if someone finds out, I am in big trouble."
Yeah, I mean, that's just a general thing.
Okay, all right. Then you said here, "I want to come over."
Yeah, because he wanted me to buy. He called me and he wanted me to buy snacks and stuff for him.
Okay,
He said his mom's not home.
we're still talking. We're still talking at 12:30 p.m. today.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, you said, "I want to come over." He said, "How would anybody know?" You said, "Are you alone?" Then here, right here, you say, "How big is your cock?" To a knowing, at this point, you know. Again, this is why I'm here. If there was nothing, I wouldn't be here.
I would not do anything with him.
You said, "How big is your?" And he said, at this time, you knew he was 15. And he said, "Okay, maybe you can drop by later on then." Do you want to go over by your car so we're not right here?
Sure.
Okay. You good to walk? Do you want me to get your card or something?
No,
You
I
sure?
broke my leg in 2 places. That's why I would never do anything with him.
Okay. And I'm trying to believe you. I'm
just visiting.
You're just visiting?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to find out the everything here, okay? And then he says, "If you don't want to come, I will get someone else, probably if you don't want to."
That's fine.
You said, how old is your friend? Okay?
Yeah, because he said he had a friend.
He said he is 16. You said, "Okay, I want to, but it is risky."
Did you know in Germany, people starting at 15 are allowed to have sex with anybody?
I actually did look up the German laws.
Yes.
And it said that anybody above 30 is extremely risky in a legal system hooking up with a 4-year-old person.
No, it's not.
Well, that's what Google says.
Google is wrong.
It might be.
You said,
does he look good? He said,
what was I supposed to say to him?
you were supposed to just tell him, "You're way underage, I'm blocking you now." That's the proper thing to do. You said, "I will need to go. I'll write you in an hour." You said, "I can't come if you're under 8, but legally you're too young. You are very mature, but the Michigan state law says it is illegal to have sex with a 15-year-old.
Exactly.
You are an adult physically and mentally, but not legally yet." Which he's not an adult mentally or physically by any stretch of imagination.
I don't know.
But I
don't know.
We live in a state of Michigan, and they have to obey the laws. So I appreciate that you want to obey the laws. It seems to me that is it possible that you're just like maybe your impulses or I don't know if you say you don't like younger people.
I like people up.
Well, many times in here you tell him he's good looking.
Well, he is. He's not ugly. He's not an ugly guy.
Yeah, but if you're telling a 15-year-old he's attractive, it seems like you'd be attracted to that person.
I said you look good. I mean, he does. It's okay. It's just like you look good. I mean, but I wouldn't mess with you.
Okay. You said, "I'm sorry, but I cannot go against what the law says. I have an architect."
Gay. I'm bisexual.
Okay. And look, I respect that. Look, I deal with the sickest people ever. So this is not. No, I'm trying to tell you. You're far from it, okay? You're far from the people that I normally deal with on a normal basis,
yes.
Okay? So I really don't, you're getting really defensive and stuff, and I get that, I understand this is an uncomfortable conversation, but
this is very unusual conversation.
Here you say you really are, and fuck hot.
So what else was I supposed to say? He's fucking ugly?
No, you just don't say anything.
Okay. Next
Okay.
time I won't say anything. I'm just used to writing.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. You say I need to shower first. He says that's okay. Let me see what happens. She said, how did you join the site? You have to be 18.
Where is
So
this
let me
guy
tell you.
now? Where is he now?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let me see. He says I'll drive over at 6 p.m. Is that okay? Now you said how do you?
I was going to just visit him. There's no way I was going to have sex with him. No
Okay.
way.
But listen, in the state of Michigan, having a sexually charged conversation with a minor is illegal. That is why I am here.
I don't know that.
Okay, and that's fine. And look, then just let me get through the conversation here. You're being honest so far, and I respect that. But in Michigan, the state of law is if you have a charged conversation with the minor, okay, that's illegal. If you go to meet that minor, it is illegal. So those are two Michigan laws right there that have been broken. So otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Okay.
Why is this guy filming us?
He's filming for my protection. Again, maybe you're not going to hurt me, and I understand that. But there's a lot
I'm
of
not
guys
gonna
out
do
there.
anything. I just want to go home now.
There's a lot of people out there that would put their hands on me or hurt me.
No, I would not do that. I'm just going to go. I'm an architect. I'm a registered architect.
Okay.
Why would I do that?
I'm not saying that you would do that. Okay. I'm just saying.
I would not do it, and I would like to go home now.
I can't keep you against your will, but I would like to go over this conversation. And if we go over this conversation and I feel like we've completed this, I can walk away, I can go home, and everything's good. If we don't complete this conversation, I'm just going to turn everything over to the police, and they can do their job. Okay? Yeah. You said, okay, you will be there waiting at Tom's. He said, I don't want to give my mom's address to anyone and then not show up at the house, basically.
I think this whole thing is just not true.
What's not true? Exactly.
That this guy
even if
I don't think he exists.
And if he didn't,
this is something that.
And if he didn't exist, what would be the difference?
That you guys are just looking for people that want sex with guys.
With young people, not guys.
Well, I don't know.
So that would be the reason.
I would never do it with somebody. As I said, I like when I do it with a guy, he has to be at least 40.
Okay, and I understand that, but why did you tell him in multiple things that you're hot? We will see where this leads. You're very good looking. You asked him how big his dick was.
Yes, I know.
So then that question right there stands out to me more than anything.
I was laying on the sofa and I was just.
But you asked a fifth how big their dick. Do you understand how that's an issue in America?
No, I don't.
You don't understand that?
Yes, I do, but I don't.
You don't see an issue with that? You don't see an issue with a 50-something-year-old guy asking a 15-year-old how big their dick is? How old?
72.
Then why did you tell him you were in your 50s?
Well, what else was I supposed to do? I mean, I don't look like I'm 72.
It's fine. I have people lie online all the time. I really don't care about that.
No, I don't lie.
You don't look 72 at all. I thought you were. I thought you were in your 50s and you just got hurt or something.
That's what people think. That's what people think. Everybody thinks that I'm about 54, 55.
Okay.
So why?
Why
would I
admit
that I'm 72?
Let me ask you that question one more time. If you're 72 years old, and you ask a 15-year-old, knowing they're 15 years old, how big their dick is that not an issue in your mind, looking back at it?
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
That's going to change the way I feel about you. Because we're talking about a child here. 50 years old, they are not mature enough to understand what happens. They don't understand the implications of having a 70-year-old, 50-year-old, 30, 60-year-old man.
I don't know.
It messes them up mentally for the rest of their life.
I don't know.
Ask any kid that has been molested by an older man.
I don't know. I've never done it.
I'm not saying you did. I'm asking you a question.
I've never had done anything with a young guy. Never in my life.
Okay, well, but you having zero empathy at all towards that situation.
I think this is a setup.
Okay, we'll go back to the original question. If this was a setup and it was a fake 50-year-old boy, okay?
I think it is. I think it's just.
It is still illegal in the state of Michigan to knowingly.
I'd never had anything with him. I don't even
You
know
asked
what
him
he
how
looks
big
like.
his dick, and he sent you a picture. You know what he looks like.
Not really. Okay. I wouldn't know him.
This picture is pretty
I thought
obvious.
You were him. I don't know.
That picture's pretty obvious.
He has.
And here, I'm almost seen. I'm mature. Again, I'm asking you again. You don't think as a full-grown adult, it would be an issue to ask a 50-year-old what size their dick? That's not an issue to you.
I don't know.
And then to continue to say they're hot, to say they're sexy, to say the things that you said. I'm not putting words in your mouth. These are the words in the text messages.
I know what I wrote. I know what I
okay.
wrote. Okay.
Now listen. The last phone call. The last phone call that you guys had. You said, if you tell me you're 18 years old.
Yeah. I know
you knew he was.
Yeah.
And you told him if you're 18, we can have sex.
So this is a setup.
And then you said I have some weed for you.
Sex. I said we can play.
You can play. Okay. You're right.
I was
you're
going
right.
to visit him.
And then you said I have some weed for you as well.
Yeah. Because he said he had $20 he was going to buy. I don't smoke weed. I do not.
And where'd you get it from?
I bought it.
For him?
No. I bought it for my daughter because she smokes.
Okay.
She's 33 and she smokes it occasionally. I don't smoke it.
And then we say, you do say multiple times, we will just visit, but...
That's what I'm saying.
But...
And I would never, I'd never take my clothes off. I'd never ask him to take his clothes off. I wouldn't do it.
You said
because I know that he's 15. I know it.
Then why'd you ask him how big is this?
Why are you asking me this?
Because I want to know the answer to that question. If you keep saying I wouldn't do any of these things.
Know.
Okay.
I do not know.
But you did tell him he was sexy. You did ask him how big his dick. Correct? Correct? You did tell him.
This is a setup.
You did tell him if he tells you you're 18. If you did, if this was a, let's just say this is a setup.
This is a setup.
Let's say it is. What don't you think that people should be out here watching for people that are hurting our children?
I'm not doing anything.
Okay, say you don't, but do you know the sick monsters that are out there? Do you have any idea?
Yes, I know.
So don't you think you think there should be setups every day in every county across the country, watching for these monsters to hurt our children? Not saying you are, but there are monsters out there.
I'm not.
Not saying you are, but if it was a setup, you fell into a setup. I get it, but if it was, why wouldn't that be something? Shouldn't that be everywhere anyways?
How did you know my name?
You told me your name.
No, I was walking into the store and you called me.
Your name's right here. Jurgen.
Yeah.
Okay. Your profile picture looks a lot younger than you, though. You shaved your beard or something, was it?
No, I took that 5 days ago.
5 days ago?
Yeah.
You look good in that picture. You said, I just got out of the shower, I'll leave in a few minutes and I will leave. I will text you before arriving at time. So tell me, how long, so have you in Germany, have you had relationships with younger people?
No.
Since it's allowed?
No.
You haven't?
No. I had a relationship with an attorney. He was 45.
Okay.
And I always met him once a month. That's the only person I ever had anything to do with.
Is that where you found out the law, that the 15-year-old? Or how did you know that law otherwise?
I knew it. Everybody in Germany knows it.
Yeah, you can be with a 14-year-old at an older age?
Yeah.
Now, when I looked it up, what it said was that you'd have
Google is not always right.
I know that.
I'm German. I lived there.
Okay, but it does say on there that it is extremely legally risky for a 15-year-old to be with anybody over the age of 30. Is that not true? It's not true at all?
No. 50-year-old guys go with 40-year-old girls.
Don't you think that's wrong?
Yes, it is.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Because it makes me kind of sick to think that a 50-year-old could be with a 15-year-old by law.
There are countries in Europe where there's no law. Yeah, you can do whatever you want to.
And those people will pay for those sins at some point. They will.
Who says that it's a sin?
This kid mature enough to know anything.
I know that. I'm saying it again. I would not do anything.
But then you turn around and say how 40. Who knows if it's a sin?
I know what I said.
I feel like you should be feeling like it's disgusting. Like any normal person, if you're going to live here in America, you definitely need to feel that way. Because there's people out here that protect these kids at all 40. I'm a nice guy. I show up.
Do you go to church?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Oh, okay, that's why.
What does it say about millstones around their neck?
Millstones around their neck. I know. I have a doctor title in theology. I know exactly.
You know that verse then? Repeat it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know it in English, but I know it in German.
It would be better if someone tied a millstone around their neck than to cause one of these little children to stumble.
Oh, so this is a, yes, I do. Jesus said it.
Do you believe in Jesus or no?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I was just curious.
Absolutely.
It just said that you said that this. You asked if I went to church, and you immediately said something.
Because I'm wondering because you have tattoos all over you.
Yeah, I do. As a kid, I was a bad kid, very bad kid. I was actually a tattoo artist in my early 20s.
Yeah.
So I was not a good person back then. I'll tell you that firsthand.
When did you get saved?
After 30.
Okay. Which church you go to?
Church out in going towards Elk Rapids. I'm not a member there fully, no.
Are you filled with the Holy Spirit?
I believe I am.
Do you speak in tongues?
No.
Then you're not filled with the Holy Spirit.
You are not filled with the Holy Spirit.
What?
You're going to face you're going to face judgment.
No, I'm born again. I'm filled with the Holy Spirit.
Regardless.
I am.
So anyway, are you going to Obviously, you don't want to talk to any more children, especially after
I'm
this.
not.
You did today. So just
I didn't
try
know
to
at
make me
first
understand.
that
Try
he
to
was-
make
I came.
me understand.
Did you know that I came here?
Listen.
No,
You go ahead.
I came here
Go ahead.
to talk with this guy,
Okay.
to get the guy saved.
Did you?
Yes, that's why talked with him, because I knew it was wrong. I never would have messed with it.
So when you told him, if you tell me you're 18, we can play, was that just
Yeah,
a way to get him
that's
over
a
here?
way to get over, and I'm wondering where he is.
Okay.
That's what I'm wondering, and that's a sin for you to set this up. This is an absolute setup.
Well, I can deal with that
This is
judgment.
very,
That's
very
fine.
sneaky.
Because
and Jesus would not have done this.
listen,
I know Jesus very well.
what I will tell you.
He would not have done this.
So maybe not to you, because maybe you are a good guy. Okay, let's just go on that. But what about the other guys? What about the Jamaican? What about the Jamaican guy in St. Ignace
I don't know.
that just
I
begged a
never heard of
15-year-old boy? And I'm
I
not saying
don't
you did. I just
know.
want you to listen to me. Okay. What
It's
about the guy
very
in St.
cold.
Ignace 2 days ago that
This is- you know
begged
what?
a 15-year-old boy to drive up there without a license to him 2 days ago? A Jamaican, 41 years old. You don't think that these should be happening for people like that?
I think you guys need to go and read your Bible correctly.
It doesn't matter about the Bible.
Yes, it
What it
does.
matters is about saving these children, and whether it was from you
I was
or the
wanting
next
to
evil
visit
guy.
him because I was going to talk with him. I was not.
I find
was
it
not
very
going to-
disturbing that you're using religion now as a turn
I
of
don't-
events,
I'm not religious.
and using Jesus in the Bible to.
I know Jesus very well.
Then you wouldn't have told the kid that you had weed for him and that you wanted him to say he was
Because I
underage.
wanted to meet with him. That's why.
Okay, well I can't
was
tell you
not
what you
going
were.
to do anything with him. I know exactly. I know all the verses. I know all the verses. And,
You're living in sin.
no, it doesn't say that.
You are living in sin.
No. Read Galatians 3:13.
I've read Galatians.
No, but not 3:13. You don't know what that says.
All right, so I just have a couple more things so we can get out of here. Where so you reside in Beulah, correct?
Somewhere, yeah.
I'm not asking where your house is. I'm just
No,
asking
I don't
the
have
city.
A house.
Okay, that's fine. It's not like it really matters. I'm just asking.
No,
How long have you been in the U.S.?
I came here a few months ago.
A few months ago, and
Yeah.
you're just visiting.
Yes.
You're on a visa or what?
No,
You're permanent citizen.
I don't know yet.
You're in the middle of figuring it out.
Yes.
Okay. And how long were you intending to stay here?
I don't know yet.
Still figuring all that out.
Yeah.
Or did you get a job as an architect here in northern
No.
Michigan?
No.
Or you just retired?
With 72, yes.
I'm just asking. Just asking.
Yes.
I know 72-year-olds that still work today. I know 72. I know people that are retired in their 30s. Okay.
I can still work, yeah.
Okay. I was
for my
curious for.
broken leg.
Tell me about your job.
About my job
Yeah.
as an architect.
Yeah. Tell me about your job.
I made a lot of money
How'd you do it?
by designing buildings and houses.
In Germany?
Yes. And in Florida, I designed many.
In Florida.
Oh yeah.
So you're going back and forth for a long time.
No, I've been in Germany. Last time I was here was in '94.
In Florida?
Yes.
Okay. Where'd
And
you
I
design in
designed
Florida?
Tons of large houses for attorneys and doctors.
Really?
Yes, I did.
That's
My
interesting.
largest house I ever designed was over 10,000 square feet.
No way.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting. And that way, you're the one that writes up the blueprints, then I take it?
Yes.
Okay.
I
I-
meet with the people and I draw them up.
If you're too cold, you can sit in your car while we talk. Would that be better
No.
for you? Okay.
No.
Okay. And then so you're telling me so your relationships, are they usually with women then?
No, I don't have relationships.
You stay out of you're not married then?
Yes, I am married.
To a man?
No.
To a woman?
Yes.
Is she here
No.
in Germany?
Yes.
And why aren't
We've
you?
been married 39 years.
Then why'd you leave her? If you don't mind me
Because
asking.
Because she didn't want.
To stay.
She
Didn't want to come here, or you guys are
Why
taking a
are
break?
you asking all this? It's really none of your business.
It's none of my business. I'm just curious. I'm really just curious.
I mean, nobody in Germany would ever question these things.
I don't live in Germany. You don't live in Germany anymore.
I have a German mentality, and nobody.
I understand that, but it doesn't matter what the mentality is. You are in America now.
I realize that.
You read the laws today. You looked them up and read them.
No, I didn't.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying you look them up. Don't let me assume things like that. But you read them. or you know them.
I know that there's laws.
Yeah, so because you gave me the law today.
I know that.
You gave this phone the law.
I know that.
Did you have any? So your relationship has only been with your wife, and then what? You were having an affair with an attorney? Is that what you're saying? Just you know about that?
Yes. Why do you smoke?
I wish I knew. I've been smoking since I was 12 years old.
When I asked you, you said you were.
I said I believe in God.
You know, everybody believes in God.
I believe in Jesus Christ.
Everybody does.
And I just
everybody on their deathbed cries out to God.
I think Jesus all the time, just for my life. I'm very thankful for the life that He's provided me, and the children He's provided me, and the home He's provided me.
How do you know?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy for you to even say that. Why would you even say that? No, I never said that. I'm shocked that you, as a Christian, even talk like that.
Yeah,
you can't talk like that. Didn't you know what Paul wrote to the Ephesians, that let not once a word like this come out of your mouth?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
I guess what you could write that off to be is it's very important to a lot of people, especially in this country, about children and their ages.
I don't touch children. I've never done anything with a child. God is my witness. I've never done anything.
And I'm tending to believe that statement. But I don't believe, what I don't believe is that you didn't show up here today for some purposes with a 5-year-old.
I wasn't going to. I was going to talk to him.
I'm having a hard time believe that. If it was going to, because there was a time that he had already came to the store, he had already got into the bathroom, and all you had to do was walk in. But you chose to tell him that if you tell me you're 18, we can play. But
yeah.
you
to get him to let me come to his house. You don't understand this, do you?
I'm having a hard time believing that.
Yeah.
I am.
Because I wanted to just sit, and I wrote many times, I'm just going to visit with you. I wrote that.
Yes, you did. But
I wrote
but
that,
in the midst of those comments where you're sexy, you're hot. How big is your dick?
I say that. You know, this is what? Why are you questioning me?
Why did you have to say that?
Why is it important to you?
Because I'm trying to understand. I would like to go home and have dinner with my family, but I can't. I'm not believing that part of the situation.
This is an absolute setup.
Let me tell you. Do you want to know how many times these setups end up in arrest?
I don't care. You can't arrest me. And the police
I am not arresting you. I cannot do anything.
Cannot do
but
anything.
I can either choose to turn this information over to the police, or I can choose not to. That's the question. And you don't want to deal with that, do you?
Then do what you want to. It's not going to go through because I didn't do anything.
Listen, in the state of Michigan, if you have a charged conversation with what do you know to be here, it is a 4-year felony. If you come to meet up with it, what do you know to be here, whether you're going to speak the gospel, whether you're going to do anything, it is another 20-year felony for soliciting, enticing.
Then I'll have fun in prison, okay?
Well, I could just not go to the police, but I'm trying to. You keep getting hostile with me. You keep trying to make me like I'm the bad guy here.
Well, you are.
How am I the bad guy? I didn't talk to no.
Set up.
It doesn't matter if it was or it was not. That would not matter in any way, shape, or form.
Where is the guy now? Where is he?
I'm assuming he went out that door right there and went home after he seen an adult talking to you.
No, because I was watching. Nobody walked by.
Maybe
this was a setup.
Maybe nobody did walk by.
I think that you just were looking for guys.
Listen.
Yes, you were.
Do you not think that someone should be looking for these monsters? Do you not think that?
I'm not a monster.
I am not accusing you of being one.
I'm not a monster, man.
I didn't say you were, and I'm not accusing you of being one. I'm trying to understand
you. Are. In a way, you are.
I'm trying to understand you.
I told you that I told him that I'm not going to have anything to do with him, but I will come and visit him because I was going to talk with him. Okay, that's what I wanted to do.
And honestly, I would be led to believe that if at the very, very end, even though you did ask for his dick, even though you did tell me hot, even though you did tell me sexy, in the end, you asked.
I would not have done anything.
You said, tell me you're 18 so we can play. That is what really wrenches this story for me, okay? And then it's not just that. You told him that you brought him weed. whether he smokes weed or
Okay,
not.
where do I have weed?
I don't know
Look
if
at
you
it.
do. I'm
don't have
not
it.
touching you. I'm not searching you. I'm just.
have it on
You
me.
said that though. Did you not?
Because I wanted to visit with him. I wanted to
Okay.
talk with him.
Well, that's
why.
what I'm trying
He
to.
said that he had $20 and he had to go to buy weed.
Yes.
So I was going to go and talk with the guy.
Okay.
That's
So you
all
didn't
that
even bring the.
I don't have it on me.
So you didn't bring it.
Something like that.
So you didn't bring it.
No, these guys are accusing me of doing something with a 50-year-old boy, and that's ridiculous. It's
I
ridiculous.
would never tell somebody that, but that's on you.
No, I mean that's what you're accusing me of.
But
No,
what you
That's
did,
ridiculous.
what you did do is,
I do a lot of things, but what I do is not illegal.
They sent you a picture. They said, why didn't the,
That's
listen,
why-
to answer me this, why didn't the conversation end there? Even if you're a nice guy, why didn't you end the conversation then? Can you at least tell me and explain that?
Because I wanted to go and talk.
But at that time, you didn't know anything was wrong. You didn't know he was a bad kid. You knew nothing.
Whatever. Okay.
So why did you not end the conversation at that
I
point?
think we need to just go home.
If you make that decision to leave, that's going to be up to you, and then I will turn this over to the police, and I'm just letting you know that now. I'm not threatening you. I'm not intimidating
Yes,
you.
are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No,
And
I'm not.
The police cannot do anything because I didn't do anything. I did not do anything wrong.
Listen, when
didn't do
he
anything
said I'm
wrong.
15 years old, okay? He said that. And then
How
in the
old are
next
you?
three, in the next
old are you?
34. In the next
34.
three messages, I have a 15-year-old daughter, a 4-year-old a 4-year-old son, a 13-year-old daughter, and a 6-year-old daughter. So
How
I
old
take
were you
this
when you
very
made those
serious.
kids? How old
Adult.
were you when you? No, you weren't adult.
Oh, I was definitely an adult.
You were 20 years
I was
old.
18 years old, 19 years old.
Yeah,
Those are
that's not
adults.
adult.
Those 3 years make a major difference in a boy's life.
Well,
Do you realize that, or do you not care about that? If you're trying to talk to him to better him, I think you would understand that. You see, like that's.
I
See,
was
do you see where I'm
not-
coming from? Like that, like right there. You should have been like, I do understand that. That's why I wanted to talk to him.
did you
But
know
instead, you're
I-
getting pissed
I
off
am-
at me.
I am type 1 diabetes. I
Okay.
can't even do anything.
Plenty of people find out with that.
No, I would never.
Not,
do that.
did I say you can
Never,
fondle? I didn't say
never.
you
I
can
said
fondle
I
him. I
wanted
said
to.
plenty of dudes
I
do.
said after thinking and after he kept writing to me and calling me up, and I don't know how he got my phone number.
I don't have any outgoing calls to your number.
I don't know how he got my phone number.
I only
that's
have
not even, you know what? I got to thinking that's not even a
on
local number.
on
I
Gri-
don't think that this guy exists.
231 is a local number. A Grinder.
North,
He
but
gave you. He sent you his phone
I don't
number.
think this guy exists.
He sent you his phone number on Grinder this morning. You started calling immediately. Then
No,
he said,
didn't. No, I didn't. I did not call
Just
him
let me show you,
immediately.
okay?
I
I'll
didn't
ju-
do it.
I'll show
I
you.
don't remember calling him immediately. He was
I am
calling
not
me.
being. I'm not angry with you at all. I just want you. I just want to talk to you about this and like understand it.
The
Look.
what?
So here we go. At
What did
12:21.
he say?
I did not hear him. At 12:21.
What did he say?
I don't know what he said. Do you see here? At 12:21.
I don't. No, I don't know him.
Logan.
Do you know him?
Yes. Do you see at 12:21 right here?
I don't know.
At 12:21, he sent you his phone number. Can you see that?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay.
This is my driving glasses.
Okay.
I
At
can't
12:21, he sent you his phone number. He did call you one time at 5:39, right here. He did call you one
I
time.
don't remember calling him.
But see, missed calls at 12:29. So
You know why? Because I get so many spams. I didn't know who that number was.
At this time, I'm not mad about that at all because you didn't know his
I
age
get
at this time.
tons of spam.
You didn't know his age at this time. You were just thought he was another guy trying to hit you up.
I thought it was a spam. I call,
Or
when
a
I
s-
get a spam, I call them and tell them to please remove my number from their list. We don't have this in Germany. all
You
these
would have
spams.
had this guy. He messaged you his number. Okay. So
I do
calm
not-
down. He messaged you his
I
number
don't
right here.
remember it.
He messaged you at 12:21. He messaged you his phone number. Okay. And then over here, you started to ring his number at 12:29. Actually, multiple times
I
if
don't
you
think
look at
this
it.
guy exists.
Again, if he
I
doesn't,
don't think he does.
what does it matter if he does or not? In the state of
Because-
Michigan, there is no entrapment laws from a
Because you know
civilian.
what? Because I think you're just doing this just to catch people. This guy does not even exist because he has not.
Okay,
come
let
up-
me ask you this question.
has
If this
not-
is a
no,
fake,
no,
if this is
no.
a
Yes,
fake
it is.
situation,
It
if
is
it
a
is,
fake.
and we're
It
just
is.
trying to catch people, do
Yeah.
you not think if a
You are.
50, 60, 70-year-old man is meeting with a 4-year-old boy, they shouldn't be caught?
And not if they're just visiting. No,
After a highly charged conversation.
no, it's not a charged conversation.
How big is you're sexy, you're hot? That's not sexual?
Oh, please.
It's not?
No. Not in Germany, it's not.
But we're not in Germany. We're not in
And
Germany.
if I go to Africa, I can say it too.
You can't.
I've traveled all over the world.
I believe you.
I speak 8 languages.
It seems like you're highly intelligent.
Oh, please.
I just don't understand why you did this today then. You knew the law.
Why are you setting me up? This is demonic. Did you know this is of the devil? What you're doing, setting people up.
I don't
This is
believe it's demonic. I
Yes,
believe
it is.
demonic is hurting children. That's what I believe. That's what I truly believe.
No, this is a setup.
How would I
against me.
know this if I don't meet
This
with
is
you
a
and talk
setup.
to you?
And in the name of Jesus, I rebuke this. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. I don't receive this. I don't receive
Hey,
it.
did you call Brandon? How long till she's gonna be here?
I don't believe this.
What?
I don't receive it in Jesus'
It's gonna be a
name.
while. Okay. Well,
This is a weird Christian setup. I know it is.
I
From
don't-
some kind of church.
no,
Yes,
I'm
it
not
is.
in a church. I don't go to church like
Oh,
very
you
often.
said that you were.
I do go to church here and there, but not regularly enough to be setting people up through a church.
And he goes to church too.
He may go to church, but this has nothing to do with the
Yeah.
church. Nothing. Nothing to do with the church.
It's a self.
Why would that be with the church? Why would it have anything to do with the church?
Because you just like to go and try to catch people and try to.
Shouldn't adults meeting with children be caught?
I'm not meeting with children.
What if
I've
what if
never
this
done
okay,
anything.
say
I've
another
never
70-year-old man showed up here
done-
today, and can you
I've
call her
never-
and see how much longer it's
I've
going to be?
never done anything with anybody under 40. I told you, I had a friend. He's an attorney. He was about 45 in Hamburg, Germany.
Okay.
And I visited him once a month.
And I told you
That's
I'm
the only guy.
not believing that.
You don't believe that I had
I said I do not believe you, is what I said. I believe you. I believe you, but I don't believe that you didn't show up here for an immoral purpose. That's what I'm trying to understand.
I didn't. I said I came here. This is ridiculous. I came here to talk with this guy, and I don't believe a word you're saying to me. Because
What
you
if I
smoke.
said that's incorrect?
Because you smoke.
What does that mean?
You smoke. A Christian cannot smoke.
I never said I was a Christian. Do all people who believe in Jesus need to be a Christian?
Yeah, that's.
I
do you
can't.
know what the word Christian
Do you know why I
means?
say I'm not a Christian? I was born a Catholic. I was baptized as a child.
Catholic is the worst sect there is.
But
They're not Christians.
I guess you know what? I shouldn't say I'm not a Christian. I don't know. I honestly don't know what I am, to be honest.
Do you
with
know what the word Christian means?
No.
Christ-like.
Yeah.
The,
Okay.
the Christians were first called Christians in Antioch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
that's in the
you
book
can
of
tell me more
Acts.
because I honestly would like to learn about it. I don't understand it because listen, I don't want to say I'm a Christian to you because I know that I have flaws in my life. I'm not a perfect. If I am a Christian, then I'm definitely not a perfect Christian. Do I believe in Jesus Christ? 100%. Do I believe I was saved by Jesus Christ? I do. Do I thank Jesus Christ on a daily basis for the life that He's provided me? I do. What does that make me?
A Christian.
Then I guess I am. I guess I am. But I
And
know
this,
I
and
have.
This whole thing is just not. It's not biblical. It's not correct.
Hold on.
You are. This is a whole setup thing.
My wife's on her way here. When she gets here, I'm going to decide. I really don't know.
Do what you want to, but I rebuke this in the name of Jesus. I didn't do anything, and you can't.
You're going to tell me that you have never met with anybody else underage,
No.
not to talk to them.
No.
You
Why
haven't-
would I?
Why would you come today?
Because I said I'm going to visit with him and talk the gospel with him. That's why.
Okay, and if that's the case,
I'm an ordained minister on top of all this.
nobody else has ever reached out to you as a younger person and that you didn't feel the need to go talk to them?
Yes, I have talked with a lot of people,
Younger people.
all kinds of people.
Have you seen a difference in those lives?
Yeah.
I really respect what you've done. I can respect your whole freaking life. You told me.
Doctorate in theology,
Yes, I do.
Christian theology?
Yes. Do you?
No, I don't need one. I read my Bible every day, though. That's for sure.
Well, you need to read it more because what you're doing
I
is
wanna look up
not
that verse
correct.
that you mentioned, Galatians 3:13.
Yeah, Galatians 3:13.
What does that verse
Look it
mean?
up. I can say it in German. Jesus Christus hat alle Flüche auf sich genommen, dass wir frei sind von alle Gesetze. That's what it means.
What does that mean in English?
I don't know.
You don't know the meaning of it?
Yes, I do.
Well, tell me the meaning of it.
Jesus Christ bore all the curses on the cross so that we are absolutely set free
Of
from
sin.
all the curses.
Of sin? Is that what that means?
Everything. Of the law,
So you
we
can
are
sin
not
whenever
under
you
law.
want? You
We
can
are
sin and do whatever you want? Is
No.
that what that means?
no, it doesn't. It says that we are not under the law anymore.
So,
He bore everything.
so tell me,
If you consider when Christ hung on the cross, everything that happened was out of the Old Testament, out of the law. That's why he cried, "It is finished." And
So
that's and that's when he died, because the whole law was finished then.
so can you tell me what you think should happen to somebody that is 60 years old, 70 years old, that shows up to picking your old child up?
I'm not coming to pick
I'm
him
not,
up.
listen,
I'm not
what do you
coming
think
to pick
should,
him
what
up.
do you think should happen to a
I
60-year-old?
don't know. I've never faced it, and I'm not coming to pick him up. I'm coming to talk with the man.
You said you were going to pick him up and drive him back to his house. That's
What
picky?
he said. He said he's going to walk over here and for me to take him back to his house.
Right.
And I was going to sit there and talk with him.
Okay. And what
I
about,
was not going to ask him to do anything,
and when you said, listen, you tell me you're 18 and we can play,
because I said that so that he would come over here. Do you understand that?
but at that point,
Or do you understand no English?
he told you he was in the bathroom waiting for you at that point.
No, he didn't. He said he was in the bathroom taking a leak.
Yes, and he said he was
Then
waiting
he's
for
going to come
you.
over. Then
Wait.
he's going to walk over here.
He said he was waiting for you to come inside the doors.
And inside here.
And if he
said-
did,
he told me to wait here. He
So
wanted
why-
me to buy him some snacks.
correct. So why, if that statement is what you say it is, you wanted him, you used that to lure him to make sure you could go speak to him. Why say that after he's already in the store waiting
Why
for
are
you?
you twisting things around?
What am
You
I
should
twisting?
Be an attorney.
What am I twisting?
Everything.
What if-
It doesn't matter what I say. You're twisting it around.
No, I'm asking a serious question. He said he was in
I
the store
told
waiting
you.
for you.
No,
and you
he-
said, listen.
No, he didn't. He
What'd he
said
say?
he lives.
I'm talking about the
behind-
last phone call. Last phone call.
Yeah. He said he lives behind Tom's.
He didn't say he was in the bathroom at that point.
Yes, he did.
And he didn't say he was waiting
Yes,
for you
he did.
inside.
No, he said he's taken a leak, and for me to come to Tom's. That's what he said.
But you said, I'm here. He said, I'm in the
I
bathroom.
said I just arrived, and he said he's in the bathroom taking a leak.
Okay, so why at that point do you think you need to tell him those things at that point? If he's already ready to go
Ready to go where?
with you.
No, he was going to walk over here.
Why
That's
and
what
what
he
was
was
why do you need to tell him that at that point? Is what I'm asking.
Why are you twisting everything around?
What am I twisting?
You're twisting everything. Are you an attorney?
From my
I
perspective.
think you're an American attorney, aren't you?
I'm not.
I think you are, because you just love to argue and you love to twist things. You love to argue.
From my perspective on that phone call, what I heard, I have to go pee. I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Come
That's what
on,
he said.
come on in here.
No, he didn't say come on in here.
Why are you walking in then?
He said that he'll be over here. He'll walk over here. Oh, now you call the police on top of it.
I didn't call the police. I've been with you the whole time.
police.
I've been with you the whole time.
Somebody called the police.
Sir, how you doing? That's Caleb.
Caleb?
Yep.
So you're George?
No, my name is Jürgen.
Okay, I need you to hang tight. You're not free to leave, okay?
Why not?
Because I said so.
I didn't do anything.
Okay. Go ahead and put your hands
No.
on your back.
No. Hey.
Sir, you're being detained. Okay?
For what?
You're being detained.
Sir, in America they can detain you. It doesn't mean you're getting arrested. He means he's just detaining you.
This is ridiculous. This is a setup.
It's not a setup.
Yes, it is.
Even if it was, you should not have came to me for old boy, even the priest.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Let's put this in your front here.
Excuse me, but I broke my leg in
Okay,
two places,
all right.
and I don't know what this is. Mleko.
Yep.
Ah, gdzie говоришь по-русски?
Central have.
This is ridiculous.
Sir, you're being detained because you said you weren't.
Doesn't mean you're under arrest.
You said you wanted to leave after he told you to stay there.
No, this is really ridiculous.
Well,
And
ridiculous.
I'm going to speak to an attorney.
Well, you can do that.
This is
All right.
and
Why don't you come stand over here by my car
I
for me?
can't walk.
Okay, come on. I think you can walk.
I can't because I broke my left foot.
You walk very slow, but you can walk. He's at your shoulder. You want me to go get your other
I'll
arm?
have you lean over against the car, okay?
This is ridiculous.
Man, I'm freezing. All right, get me on this video here. All right, guys. Jurgen came up here to meet at Tom's interlocking with 10-year-old decoy that we had. He claims that he's been claiming this whole time that we're incorrect, we're lying about everything. At the very, very end, he said, just make sure you tell me you're 18 years old, and I also brought you some weed. He said both of those statements. He thought the fellow was in there waiting for him. He's been just telling me that I'm a liar, telling me he didn't do this or that the whole time, but we had the chat logs to prove otherwise, and our locals, you guys will be able to see all those chat logs. I'm going to talk to this officer. 1 second.
So
Yeah.
your kid.
Yes.
Okay. I know, hold on. We'll talk to you in a minute.
We're partnered. Probably could have got somewhere.
No, I have been absolutely honest with you. I don't lie.
What's a good number to reach you at, Caleb?
231. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Okay, and you're.
Go by my middle name.
Oh, you go big.
This is ridiculous.
I will say I've caught quite a few, this is our fourth guy, and I will say that he was the least sexual of all the four, but he did ask after, yes, he was, and after knowing he was still proceeded to ask how big his dick, still told him he was fucking sexy.
What's a good number for you?
231. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm
That's all right.
frozen to the bone here.
What phone was used to do the communicating? That phone?
This one.
Do you consent to us taking your phone to dumping it? No?
No, but I will send you everything. I have with Grand Traverse Police Department and Traverse City Police Department.
Oh, okay.
And they usually send me an evidence link, and then I can send you all the.
Hunter on Monday.
And then
okay.
and then McPherson on Saturday.
Okay, so you know about the communities link through Axon
Yeah,
stuff.
and
Okay.
I just sent him an hour and 20-minute video, and I sent him like 60 screenshots. What you need to do though, the evidence leak you'll send out will only be able to take 25 photos. I'm going to need it to be upped. He upped it to 500, so I was able to send him all 60 photos at one time, and then the video link was as well. I was able to send an hour and 20 minutes. It took me forever to do it, but I did it.
Okay, so are you just, who's the one that's been pretty much in contact with him?
Me.
You?
Yep.
Okay. And it's with that number?
Yes.
Okay, and so how have you been communicating with him?
Okay, so I put up a 10-year-old decoy on Grindr, and let me show you the picture right now. So on this Grindr account, I actually had no picture because they keep banning me, and this is like my 5th phone. That's the only reason I'm not giving it, because I've gone through like $300 worth of phones now. But I have. This
So
is
you
the
have to have a separate number every time you open an account.
every
otherwise
single
they-
time.
They go by IP or
Yes.
something.
So he messaged, "You are hot." We didn't even have a profile picture at all. And I said, "Text me on WhatsApp, then I'll be free today." Gave him the phone number. Tried calling you, which he did start calling over and over again. He says, "I'm okay, text me back." And so then.
Now this is all you've had so far with communication.
Yes, but then he's immediately, let me get to the phone calls. Here's the phone calls from today. He started calling at 12:30 right when the message was sent. And then this is where he called talking about leaving the house to come here. And this is the one where he called where he was actually here.
Okay.
And then here's the messages, because these are what's really important for you to see.
So the messaging, the initial hookup was just through Grindr.
Grindr.
And then you did a WhatsApp.
Yeah, but he didn't actually text me on WhatsApp. He texted my actual
He
phone.
directed you.
He just
okay.
took the phone number and texted that phone number.
Okay.
I don't think he has WhatsApp or he knows what WhatsApp is. But so he kept calling like over. He called twice in a row, I think it was, and I texted. I said, "I'm out to eat. Give me a second." Usually I never message anyone first ever. I let them message me and then we had contact. But he was calling over and over, and I didn't want to answer, so I did. And I can prove that he called, and that's when I sent the text message.
Okay.
"I'm out to eat. Give me a second."
What number was he using, by the way?
Right here.
231.
And then back over here. So, and there were so many times where I literally didn't think he would show up because of how many times he says, this is just civil conversation here. He cannot host sexual interactions. He has a daughter on a farm. How old are you? I asked him that because then usually they'll ask me back. He started talking sexual too early, so I didn't say anything. As you can see here, and then he sounds hot. What do you want to do? I haven't said age yet, so again, I'm not saying anything sexual back. And then I said I live in Interlaken, and then I said here, that's the decoy's picture. I am almost 16, which is obviously me. Just AI alters them for me to dumb it down. So I said I'm 15, I'm almost 16 in June. I am mature, really want to try, hope this will be okay. Can you send me pictures? He never did send me pictures. Later on, he did say, I updated my Grindr profile, go back and look at it. So I did, and that's when you could see his photo. But he says, you have a friend too, maybe he wants to join later. So he immediately starts talking stuff, immediately. And he says, no problem. He says, I cannot come then. It is illegal to play with someone your age. They all say this shit, but then you really look good right after. Cannot play if you're 18. I know. I would like to, but if someone finds out, big trouble. He says, I want you to come over.
This is after you've already said.
Oh yeah, that's up here.
Picture. Okay.
Yep. And this gets worse. He says, how big is your car? I mean, that's really it for me right there. That I wanted to meet him as soon as that message came through, because he knew I was asking a 15-year-old their car. That for me, I needed to meet this guy. And I was just hoping that he would meet me, so you guys could get him on the charge of meeting up. That's all. So maybe drop by later on then. Don't know. And then he has a change of heart at some point.
What'd you say? The blue is you?
Yep, blue is me.
You said.
You asked my guys, I said about the size of an iPhone.
Okay.
I said, she's going to drop me off at Tom's, give me money to get snacks, then walk home. I said, I live right on the backside of this place. And you do got to be sexual with these guys.
Did he say where he wanted to take you? Or?
No, he said he's going to come to my house,
okay.
which is right over on the block.
That's later on in the conversation?
Yep. And the ending actually blew my mind, and I have that, so I can show you that. He says he does look good. I need to go, we'll write in 1 hour. And then he says, I cannot come, you're under 18. And then just like I would with anybody else, I basically said, yeah, duh, no one would know unless you say something. But if you're not at that, because yeah, I knew he already asked my guys, so I knew I wanted to meet this guy. So I leaned into him right here, and I said, if you change your mind, just let me know, home alone till tomorrow. You're legally too young. You are very mature though. But in the law, it says you're legal to have sex with a 15. You look good and very mature. Again, he's still talking like this. You are an adult physically and mentally. Absolutely no adult physically and mentally, but not legally yet. We live in the state of Michigan where we have to obey the laws. I said, I know you do. Still talking about laws. Still talking about laws. I did not know you were at first. Yes, he did. And thanks. He says, I said, you already asked my dis.
I did not. You were fit first. Is he referring? This is referring to
the grinder.
Oh, okay.
The grinder. But he was told, and he knew. And I said, you already asked my dick size, so I don't know what changed. You had me excited. I said, whatever. You know, because at this point, I really want to meet this guy.
With your grinder.
Yep.
Do you post? Do you post the age on that?
Can't.
You can't?
Nope, no age.
But you used the decoy's picture?
I used to, but they started banning that shit every time. So now there's no profile picture.
Oh, okay.
They message me, and then I immediately go say, hey, how are you?
Then you jump to a different app.
Jump to the app, and within the first 10 messages, I make sure that's when I drop the age. And then from that point, 80% of people say, sorry, dude, can't talk to you no more. Like any mature adult should.
Except for this one. Okay.
Yeah, no, and him, and then and Norman Pickard on Tom's over in Traverse City, and then 2 days later, what's his name? Something Johnson. Ronald Johnson.
Is that the one in the UP or something?
No, the one was at Walmart. That was That was Monday. Deputy Hunter.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then the guy in the UP was 2 days ago. We got up there and he told me, we've never dealt with anything like this before. Our DA can't press charges until we figure it all out, which is absolute bullshit. But it doesn't matter. I got him all this stuff too.
So when you send these to me, are you sending me just a bunch of screenshots?
I'm going to take a screenshot of it.
Text or something?
I'm going to screenshot all the way down, just a little bit above everyone so you know they're in order, and I'll send them all right in order to you. And then I'm going to send you all the video footage of us here today, which typically I would have a confession, like Walmart confessed to multiple kids under the age of 50 on camera, as little as 3 months ago in Kalkaska, and I tried to get a confession for you guys. He was not giving me one. So you guys are going to have to do what you guys do with this. I said, we would like to stay in contact. You are a nice guy. At this point, he's still trying to act. But then he says, and you really are. Fine. Like this guy just can't stop. I can't, man. Maybe a little later. And I said, that's okay. See what happens. Let me know. How did you join the site? You have to be 18 to join. I said, I told a friend I didn't have anyone to hang out with. I might come play Call of Duty later. Just basically saying, if you're not going to come, I'm going to play Call of Duty. And he says, I'll drive over at 6 p.m. There it was, right there. And I said, yeah, that's okay.
He says, I'll drive over to your place, house number.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll drive over and arrive at your place at 6 p.m. What is your house number? Can your friend come over too? Like, shit, are you kidding me, dude? And he said, that would be cool. Would like to meet him too? Call him up and ask him to come over at 6 p.m. I didn't even read that, dude. That's crazy, bro.
So
you got the camera on me?
We have the wanting to meet and
you
come
get
over.
Camera up.
And then,
And then I said, okay, you will be waiting there at Tom's. He said, okay, you'll be waiting at Tom's. I said, I don't want to give my mom's address out to anyone that may show up and still have the address, basically. So I said, why don't you meet me at Tom's? I said, basically, that's what that says. I walk over and you pick me up and drive me back over here. It's right behind Tom's. And then he says, I drive a black Mercury Milan Premier, which is right here. And then he says, I will pick you up, then I'm coming over just to visit you, okay? So here he's trying to correct it, you know? He's trying to say, I'm just gonna come visit you. And then he started, let me get through this real quick.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, that would be cool. You are a cool guy, I like you, okay? We'll be there at 6, be in the morning parking lot. I said, in the morning. He basically just had a hard time typing. And then I said, I also didn't see a pic, would like to know what you're gonna look like. So I sent him a picture of what his grinder looked like. He said, my name is, you'll see me when I come up in my car. I thought it was there. Let me see, I won't do that. And oh, somewhere, okay. Go back to my grinder, just loaded a photo again. So I went back to grinder, his photo was on there. So then I knew what he looked like. And I said, you're fine, like I always do. And he says, I'm 54, somewhat muscular. He is 72 years old and not muscular. Yeah. Just had to redo my entire profile. It was all erased. He says, I like older men. So again, he's just trying to revert, like in case that he does get in trouble. And it's pretty much just how it goes from here on out. Can't do, not a problem.
Else sexual or hinting at this point?
No, I did say that. I said, what I said was, can you buy me Cheetos and stuff? Because I only have a $20 bill. And I said, I want to save that for a gram of bud. And because some of these guys will offer to bring drugs. So he said, no, can do. What is a gram of bud? I said, he said, no, I will not buy that, which he did. Okay. Well, claim to at least. Okay. Not sure if it's on him or in his car or where it's at, or if he just lied about it. I said, I just want to save my $20 for that. I don't want to buy snacks. So basically what I was trying to do is get him to park here and walk in that store so I could catch him walking in rather than him sitting in the car and trying to take off. Okay. So that was the gist of that. And he said, I just got out of the shower. We'll leave here in a few minutes and we'll leave. I will text you before arriving at Tom's. And then he says, almost here. And that's when we talked on the phone. And what he said to me was, he calls me.
The part where you talked on the phone is all recorded also?
Yes, it is. Okay. Yep. And
it's on speakerphone where you can hear? Okay.
Yep. And what he said was, he says, I'm here. And he says, yeah, you can show him. He says, or do you want to just send it? It doesn't matter. But he says, make sure you, if you tell me you're 18, we can play. I'm like, he's like, I call him. He's like, I'm here. I said, I'm in here. That's the wrong one.
No, it's not.
Wait, you're right. It is the wrong one.
Hold on. You're right.
Because the one you want to hear right now is the one where he is parked right here.
It would be on this phone then.
No? Yeah, it is on that phone. Yep. I'll send it to you. What was said was, he said, so he's parked right here. He calls me. I'm parked right there, and he tells me
he hasn't seen you at this point.
He hasn't seen me, and I told him I said I'm in the bathroom right now. He goes, listen, if you tell me you're 18, we can play, and I also brought you some weed. That's what he said.
Pretty much the exact words he used.
And then I said, okay, come on in. I'm in here right now. He says, okay, I'm coming in. Click. And he gets out of his car. He starts walking over there for some reason, turns around, walks back this way. And as he was walking up to the door, I said, you're going to have a conversation. And that's where the video started, start to finish.
So he didn't go in and buy anything?
Nope. I should have let him go in and get the Cheetos, honestly, but he was walking so slow and I was freezing. I just wanted to, I knew this was going to be a late night anyway, so I'm just going to catch him right now. Okay. And I got that whole video. I'll get the whole thing. Whole hour of footage. I'll send it right over to you. Because usually what I do is I try to talk them into getting a confession on this camera. And I know that's not court of law, but as long as you guys have that, when you interrogate him, you can say, well, I've seen here you admitted to it, right? That's what I tried to do. But he was a hardhead. He was married to, I guess he's been married for like 30 years, but he also had an affair with an attorney for like 20 years. So he's learned a lot. He's pretty smart.
Yeah, sounds like he's being pretty, like trying to cover his bases.
Yeah, he's really
smart.
He's smart.
Get caught at some point.
Yeah, he's smart. I'm not gonna lie, he's smart. He made a bad decision. He's probably got horrible like fetishes or whatever, but he is smart. You can't take that away from him. He speaks like 8 languages.
Really?
Yeah, he's very smart. Okay. But so he's going to try to get out of everything. There's no doubt about that.
All right, well, hang tight. Let me talk to my sergeant, and we'll talk to him, and we'll from there. Okay.
Thanks, son.
You guys want to wait in your car or something?
It's all right. It shouldn't be how long. It's all good. No worries. All right, guys, we just talked to the deputy, just getting wrapped up right here. We're gonna find out if he's gonna get arrested or whatnot. This is, this guy speaks 8 languages. He's told us he was in his 50s, he's actually in his 70s. He denied everything. For an hour straight, we tried to get him, but he just kept denied everything. But it was very clear through the text messages that he was talking sexual to a 15-year-old boy. He showed up here to meet a 15-year-old boy for sexual purposes. We know that. He told me when he got here on the phone call, he said, tell me you're 18 and we can play. So basically just, I know you're 15 already, but just tell me you're 18 and then we can play together. And then he also said, he also brought some for the 15-year-old as well. So he came to meet, he came to meet, he knew he was 15. He talked about bringing weed for the kid. And honestly, this whole conversation, the whole time, he denied everything. And he basically tried to turn it all around on me. This is a scam. This is a scam. Why would you ever do this? In Jesus' name, I rebuke you. All these crazy, crazy things. He just kept going on the whole time. So you guys will see in the video. We're going to upload the full video to our YouTube. It will be edited. Certain things got to be edited out for it to stay on YouTube. And then over on Locals, you can see the full unedited video. I know we're already 4 videos deep, guys. I got to get that Locals page up for you guys, and I will get it ASAP. Just bear with me. We have been so busy between talking to these guys, meeting these guys, staying up with the police and getting them all their information so they can make these arrests and prosecute these guys. So it's a lot of work. We're working our butts off. We're out here in the freezing cold, and we're going to keep showing up and taking these guys down wherever we got to go. So you're not safe anywhere. If you are going to mess with children, you are not safe anywhere. Let me just make that clear for you guys, okay? Supporters, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys, man. We could not do this without you guys. We have raised a ton of money on the GoFundMe, which is going to help us with the equipment. It's going to help us with travel, gas, buying new phones that we got to buy every single day. It's going to help us with hotels and food for getting, moving around the states and the country. Guys, this is just the beginning. And these guys are in every state, every county, every community across the country. These guys are there preying on your children, okay? So we will be there to the best of our ability. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. I know you're dying. I'm dying, bro. I can't feel my toes and I can't feel my fingers, bro. In Jesus' name, I rebuke you. It's crazy, dude. Crazy.
We gotta talk about that later.
That is wild, bro.
When he brought up the thing about guys, had you mentioned
the age?
Yep.
Thing? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yep.
Oh no, dude.
This vape's dead. No, not poor Jerry. Fuck Jerry.
That was
That was a crazy interview.
Bro,
Dude, that was a
biblically,
crazy...
That was about the worst thing you could ever do. In anything in God's name.
Dude, that was a crazy interview. It's like,
you handled yourself well. I'm sorry, I got a little mad.
I know, I had to shut you down a couple of times. I know you were getting frustrated. It's all right. I didn't mean to shut you down, but I was like, dude, yeah, this guy's gonna go home right now if we keep going. If we keep going at him like this, I'm gonna go to this garbage can real quick. I know, dude. I was getting a little worried. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, are they even gonna show up, dude? I can't feel my fingers, bro, at all. Oh my God. My toes are completely frozen. I can't feel my toes at all. My toes are frozen. There's no feeling them, brother. Did you get your ID back already?
What's that?
Did you get your ID back?
Oh, did you get yours?
I don't think so. Did you get my ID back already?
What's that?
Did you get my ID back already? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
It's right here.
I just
I got
wrote
it.
it
I got it.
Was there anything in the phone calls about an expectation of what was going to happen when you guys went back to his house?
Besides the thing about if you tell me you're 18, we can play.
Yeah, that was it.
That was the closest thing.
Yep, and that was pretty much it right
and
there.
that one was the one that was recorded on the phone.
Yes, sir. We got that for you.
Okay.
This phone, unfortunately, which I'm still recording.
Okay.
He says, he did say, tell me you're 18 and we can play. I said, okay, I'm 18.
Okay.
And he said, and I got you some weed.
And that was when you guys were talking about going back to the house.
Yes, yes,
which is close by.
yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you'll be able to tell. That was definitely by that point. He was here, right here at that point. And he thought I was in that bathroom.
Okay.
And I was getting him to come in the door at that point. And he said, tell me you're 18 and we can play. I said, I'm 18. He said, cool, and I got you some. Well, I'm like, what the hell? Like, I could not believe he brought that up.
So, but nothing else sexual besides the cock thing?
Yeah, so this
really
is,
got the two things, basically.
yeah, this one's a little bit tougher, but there's no doubt in my mind that he knew he was meeting up with a 15-year-old for sexual purposes, and there's no doubt in my mind that if 15 was really here today, he was putting his hands on him today. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if I don't 100% without a shadow of a doubt believe that, I'm not here.
Okay.
I'll just have a talk with him and go home.
Okay.
But, you know,
All right, hang tight.
no problem.
Thank you.
You guys, we are at Tom's here. Where's the sign at? Oh, we can't even see it. So we have got at two times now, we have made an arrest. Well, I can't say we made an arrest yet because we don't know for sure if he's being arrested. We really hope that this ends up in an arrest today. I really do. I believe this guy does need to go to jail for this. You know, he is actually here visiting from Germany, and he's only been here for a couple months. I am so cold. He's only been here for a couple months, and he doesn't. I don't know what that status means, you know. But I think he should be put on a plane and fly back home to his wife and go tell her what happened. That's what I think.
I think he should sit in prison for the rest of his life. Oh.
Yep, he's going to jail.
I hope there's restrictions on here.
He just said you're going to come with me.
That's the sergeant's vehicles.
He said you're going to come with me. I didn't even see them take him over there, did you?
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was going to flip.
Huh?
I thought he was going to flip out when they detained him.
I thought
If
we
you
were going to see a resisting arrest.
If
too.
he was 20 years younger, he would have flipped out.
Yeah.
I told you.
That was
I
the
told
least-
you. I told you I felt something weird about this guy, dude. I told you, dude. I felt something weird.
You're right, but not for the reasons you thought. That was definitely weird.
The weirdest conversation I've ever had. Did you hear Logan, bro? Fucking Logan, dude. That's my dog right there. That's my dog, bro. I wanted to say hi to him, but I was too into the conversation, bro. And I didn't want him to hear what he said because
I've never met Logan, so
it's a cool first meeting right there, huh?
sort of.
What do you say?
Dead pedophiles don't reoffend.
Is that what he said?
Or some shit like
I
that.
thought he said. I know he said something about it.
Something.
Though.
He said pedophiles don't something.
No.
I think that's what it was.
Arrest or no arrest tonight, we know that we did what we were supposed to do. These guys have got to be like, dude, these guys are nailing everyone. 3 guys in 1 week in 1 city, dude. That's a lot, bro. We're gonna probably get another one tomorrow, bro. Yes, brother. Let's go, man. I think this is a
I'll spend like
setup.
an hour and a half texting people.
My muscles up here at the top of my leg are hurting so bad because I've been shaking like this all night. It hurts, man. Almost a good day to start wearing boots, bro. I hope people saw the Florida Panthers jersey, bro. Get that on there. Got the Florida Panthers jersey on today, y'all. What we're gonna start doing, okay, is every time.
Kitty cats.
No, what I'm gonna start doing is wearing this jersey of the state that we're going to next to give a clue to the people.
There we go.
Yeah.
Is that Florida? We don't got nobody in Florida yet.
Oh yeah, we do. I got a kid right outside Destin. He's waiting for us to come get him.
Huge cops.
I hate saying no to the police. Like he's like, "Can I take the phone?" I can't, bro. I can't. Like it's all. I'm
No,
broke.
that's okay.
I'm a brokey, bro.
That's
I'm fucking broke. I'm fucking broke. Like I can't give up my phone.
I mentioned Jeffy.
Yeah, that was a good idea.
Exactly.
That was, yeah, that was a good idea. That's why I need you out here.
I'm talking on the face, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
You're good though. That's one thing I did get out from the academy is I'm very comfortable around law enforcement. Luckily.
With my background, I wasn't, but I do feel very comfortable now.
You're good. Yeah, it's good. But I know the lingo and stuff.
Right.
It's good.
Now let's just hope everything picked up correctly. It has so far.
Now we need a security guard.
Mike boys,
Caleb.
Mike boys, who Mike boys?
We don't want to
Yeah, we do.
want to intimidate people.
We don't want people to think that they can do anything to us, ever.
Correct. All correct.
I'm not going home for dinner thanks to you, bub. Fucking dickhead.
Oh, for real.
I can't. I bet you were already on over here in Traverse City.
Dude, there was people honking their horns as they were passing us.
Really?
Did you not hear?
I was too locked
There
in,
was
bro.
like,
The old man trying to talk to a 50-year-old boy.
Ooh, nasty.
Oh, he has, and it's on camera. It's on camera, bud. You guys, he just now told the cop that he did bring the weed, so hopefully they take that into account.
brought weed for a 15-year-old.
He was hoping to get that 15-year-old high and get feely.
Ooh. In Jesus' name. Damn, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy work. People are fucking demented. He called us demonic and shit. That right there is demonic behavior.
Yep. Yeah, let's check this guy out. What might come up? Yes, I do. You still talking to someone else? You still there, cutie? James? It's no. No, of course not. I like you a lot. I like.
I didn't do anything.
Maybe we get this guy tomorrow. Maybe we get him tonight?
Where's he at?
I don't know.
Tell me your 50.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Check this guy out. Hey, what's up? I've been with a couple guys. Here's his picture.
Oh, where's he from? Do you know?
And I'm playing Call of Duty. Here's my pick. Okay, so I'm an honest person and I am team, but 6 in June. If you don't want to talk to no more, I understand. You are very handsome.
What are you doing?
Yeah, no more. Anyone know you're curious? All good. How long you been up there? What school you go to? Boxes or briefs, and there it goes.
Yep.
So they're not going to arrest him or
Yes,
what?
sir. Yes, sir.
Is he not in handcuffs?
That's okay. Oh, they are.
Why isn't he in handcuffs?
You just got to use the bathroom.
Okay.
So the plan is that we're going to do a report and send it over for the prosecutor's office. So there's going to be no arrest tonight.
Oh, really?
Yep. So we're going to send you the link for the to send all the kind of communications and conversations and evidence that you have related to this investigation. Send it to our links, to our Axon, where we store all the stuff for evidence. And the deputy said that you guys aren't willing to provide the devices through consent, that we can do
The
our own
only reason that is because like I gotta buy a new phone every couple days, and this one's still on Grindr right now. And if I got banned today off Grindr, I would just here you go. But like I need that phone for another couple days. Like we don't have a lot of money. We haven't got a GoFundMe up right now on the Facebook page, or raising money because this is so expensive. Like for travel, gas, and the phones are a major expense every single couple days.
And
so
we understand that, and we know the importance of you guys having this for what you guys are doing. So we appreciate that. So we won't force the issue like search warrants and like collect them against your will, but obviously it strengthens our investigation and the case presented to the prosecutor's office if we have the devices that were used.
Well, I will say one thing, that as soon as we launch this thing and we're actually making like money from it, because that to help us pay for it when it's not coming out of our broke pockets, I have no problem getting the phone then. You know, but it's just like right now we just had to go buy a new phone this morning. I just bought this one yesterday, and once it's banned again, we're back to throwing that one out, and it's just like a never-ending cycle. It's just like 3 to 4 phones a week right now, and it's really expensive.
You did say there's no arrest made tonight.
No, so reports may be sent to prosecutors for review, and they'll take it.
Why, if he's only been in the country for a few months and then doing this, why wouldn't they have arrested him?
It's just the details of it, the strength of the case, the amount of information that they're going to be getting. It's just going to be reviewed, and then there's no indication of a flight arrest right now, or that he's going to leave or not take accountability for it.
But he did have the intention to meet a boy tonight and brought him.
No flight arrest though. Are you guys confiscating his phone?
Yep.
Good. Okay.
So
you got his address and everything.
Yep. So we know where he's at. There's no immediacy of like.
Yep.
I know it might be frustrating, but
for me, I'm a little frustrated just because I feel like he should be going to jail, and I know that everybody in Traverse City he will be, but if you don't go back to Germany.
Yes.
And us not arresting it and just doing the report doesn't affect have indication of how we feel in our.
Yeah, I just know that like he's no different than the guy at Tom's last Saturday or the guy on Walmart on Monday, and they were both arrested. And so I just was like really hoping for an arrest from you guys, but that's what it is. I feel like because I wouldn't even call you guys if I didn't know there was like a felonies being made. You know what I mean? Once you know correct me if I'm wrong. Once they knowingly talk to 10-year-old boy after knowing the age, that's a felony, correct?
I don't want to get into details on.
I just want to make sure that I know.
we're gonna do a report and send it over for review.
And I know it's not like your decision either. Like ultimately, maybe it is. I don't know, but I think it's above you if I'm not mistaken. It's just a bummer to not see him go to jail is all.
Yep. No, I understand that.
Especially the fact that he told the 15-year-old that he was going to. He said on the phone, and we have it. We're going to send it to you guys. He said that when he was here, he said, "If you tell me you're 18, we can play as soon as we drive to your house, and I brought for you." So it's like that to me right there was like how this dude has got ill intentions. You know what I mean? The ill intentions were there, like completely. And then he just lied about everything the whole time, you know, using Jesus and the Bible against me the whole time.
Yeah. Do you guys need that link?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. Let me go with that, then we'll get you guys going. But so I appreciate it. So give me
No problem, man. I'll get you everything. I can get you everything tomorrow.
All right. Thanks.
Give me that. Give me on camera right in front of this car. Right with him in the background. All right, guys, so we just found out we are not going to get an arrest tonight. They are going to have us submit all the paperwork, everything, all the chat logs, all the videos, which I'm going to get to them first thing tomorrow morning. I am not sure why they're not arresting this guy. As you can see, if you're on the locals, there was clear as day. He knew the kid was old. Clear as day. He made comments asking about how big his private size were. Told him how many times that he was a good-looking, hot, and when he drove from 20 miles over to this location to meet the 15-year-old boy, which he thought lived right behind the door right here, he called him in the parking lot and said, "If you tell me you're 18 years old, we can play." And then he said, "And I brought you some." Said both of those things in this parking lot right here. So I really thought we were going to get arrested tonight. It doesn't look like it. I do have the faith that especially Grand Traverse Sheriffs, I definitely believe they will be arresting at a later date. But the fact that he just got here a few months ago from Germany, and I just don't like that. So I am a little frustrated. I'm not going to lie. As I let the sheriff know I was frustrated, but it is what it is. Like we can only do what we can do. We show up with the evidence. We have a conversation. We love to get a confession from these guys. As you'll see in the video, he wouldn't confess. He complained the whole time, even after telling him, "Tell me you're 18 so we can play. I brought you." That was just to get him to get in the car with him so they could drive him to his house, go in his house, and speak the gospel to him. That's what he claims. Clearly all lie. All lie. He's a predator and he needs to be in jail. That's the truth of it. That is a predator right there, needs to be in jail. That's all there is to it. So we're going to get all the evidence over, and with any hope, there'll be an arrest very, very soon. But that man is a predator. 100% predator. He claims he's not. You don't meet up with 15-year-old boys to preach the gospel and tell them that you can play with them and that you can preach the gospel. It's just not true. It's just not true. They did take a cell phone. Yeah, he's asking for it back right now. I'm frustrated. What? Yeah.
You want this sent by email or text message?
You can text my phone, that's fine. And then I'll send it all over to you. I know if you give me an evidence link, is that what you're gonna do? Yeah. Okay, so Hunter, was it? Was it Deputy Hunter or Sheriff Hunter?
Yep.
Deputy J. Hunter. So what he did, he sent me a link originally, but there's gonna be, this guy actually might have less than 25 screenshots, but I'm not sure. But the original link only accepted 25 screenshots and it wasn't big enough. So he edited it to take 500 screenshots. Just make sure that it's big enough to handle it. And then I will need a second link to upload every video. So I may need like 3 or 4 links from you guys. I'm not exactly sure, but at least make sure the one is a bigger one for the photos. And then the second one, if I can upload multiple videos to it, then I'll only need the one link. But I'll keep in contact with you and let you know.
Keep in touch with Deputy Maleko.
Okay.
And if he needs to send multiple requests, we can do that.
Yeah. Tomorrow morning, I'll get everything sent right over to him.
Okay, what's your number?
And I am more than willing to be a witness to court. Whatever you guys need from me, I will be there.
Let me know when you get that, if you got your phone on you.
It's right here. It's on Do Not Disturb, but I'm sure I'll get it.
My information, and the back is the complaint number, references, requests.
Okay. Do you know about how long, roughly, that they would make an arrest if they're going to?
No, it all depends on...
Would it be weeks or months, or would it be soon?
It won't be days. It may probably be weeks at the earliest.
Okay. And can he go back to Germany legally?
The only thing that would prohibit him is if they authorize, and then if he gets arrested, then they would put restrictions on what he can and can't do.
So he could go back to Germany up until that point.
Yeah.
That's probably what he's going to do. whatever. You get him out of here. He just went on, and you'll see in the video how in Germany it's perfectly legal to meet up with boys when you're 70 years old. It's not weird in my country.
Like there's certain countries in Europe, there's no age restrictions.
Yeah, he's totally into little. He's a diddler, and he's just not need to be in our, and especially in our communities.
It's all good.
But I know.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, sir.
You too. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. All right, thank you. Real quickly, we got the brake light in the car for that car. Brake light's out. We got the brake light on the way here. Okay? If we need to put it in right now, we will. Okay, man. Have a safe night, officer. Thank you.